What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another Minecraft command block tutorial video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a AFK system. If you're not sure what an AFK system is, basically if you stand still, like right here that showed up on screen, backmasking is AFK. You can have it display where if a player is standing still too long, kind of AFK, trying to do farming stuff, they'll teleport back to spawn and so on. You can do all the commands that you think you need to do with your server. Being specific, we're just going to show you how to actually create this to where you could test for if a player is AFK or not. Now, this was made by Backmasking. I'm going to let him do the explaining, and if you guys kind of like how this video goes and you have command block creations you guys would like to show, I would love to hear from you guys. Please follow me on Discord. Also, Backmasking's YouTube channel and everything will be in the description. Please go show him some love and support. He makes awesome command block creations like this one. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
Okay, so I think the most important part of this command is actually the detection. So these blocks that you guys are seeing right here is actually how the system works. On the side, it would say it's kind of spazzing out, but you don't have to put that. It's just for, so we can see what's going on here. So how this works, this command block is executing at all players to detect on a ground level of 0. Notice how that 3 does not have the, what is that called? I call it squiggly.
That's what I call it. I call it squigglers.
Okay, so yeah,
it's tilde to be exact, but I call it squigglers.
Okay, so it doesn't have tilde. So this is the most important thing, is that it has no tilde. This is on ground level 3, okay? And it's just testing for, detecting grass. And once it detects grass, it's going to fill, I set it to 3 by 3, grass to replace noteblock. And that's what you guys are seeing right here. So it's constantly filling once it detects grass. And the next one is actually set and block, 1 note block. That's all that is. But it's on repeat chain, unconditional, so it's always active. And that's how this works, okay? And this one right here, this command block, is actually just adding a score, adding players to the objective time that I created, which is just adding players to a score of 0, which is really important because if you put 1, it's going to continuously add 1 score to them, and this is not going to work. So highly important that you put 0 in it, okay? Now the next command block is executing at all players to detect grass, and once that grass is detected, it's going to reset the player's score to 0. And this is important so it won't continuously overpass the score that is needed in order for it to say that you're AFK. And now this one is actually the AFK system. As you can see, I labeled it. That is executing at all players with the score of 10 to say at player's name is AFK. Again, this is completely customizable. If you decide to put you're in combat, you cannot move, you can do that. If you want to stick to at player's AFK, you can go ahead and do it. This is entirely up to you. And this one right here is actually executing at all players with the score of time to add 1 time so it doesn't spam. This is actually very important. Good thing I mentioned this because once it tests for a player with a score of 10, it's going to add 1 quickly so that it doesn't spam your name is AFK. So this is highly important. If you guys want to do this, definitely add this and make sure it's on conditional. And this is the heart. This right here is the heart of the command. Every time this armor stand taps on this pressure plate, it's going to add a score. Now, if you're going to use this, I highly suggest that you name the armor stand to time or something. If you make servers, I'm pretty sure we all use armor stands for a lot of things. And this is just one of those things. So definitely rename it to something. For demonstration purposes, just to make it simple. The command is actually executing at all players to detect note block, and once that note block is detected, it's going to add a player with a time of 1, and this is just how it works. So the one below it is teleporting the armor stand just 22 blocks up. I believe that is 1 second. I'm not too sure. I did time it. It was 1 second. It's pretty. I think it's 1 second. So this is just how it works, man.
Yeah, that's actually pretty awesome. Now, like he said, for you guys who might not have caught that, the armor stand, I would give it a name or a tag, and make sure when you teleport it, you actually add that within a radius of maybe 2 blocks, so that way always teleports just this armor stand instead of all the armor stands in your server.
Yeah, exactly.
And just kind of like go over the system. I mean, it works. Just kind of make sure you're not putting it on a server and not paying attention with what you're doing. I mean, you guys know commands pretty well from watching tutorials from me and stuff. So just keep that in mind. Also, let me know if you guys really like the AFK system that he created. I really, really like it. It is kind of amazing. Now, real quick, there was a method you showed that didn't show the block here below my feet. Now, how would you make that go away again?
Oh, yes. So we just have it set to at ground level 3. To not show, just put it at ground level 0, which is bedrock level. And since it's on bedrock level, instead of filling with grass, just go ahead and fill it with bedrock. Again, ground level 0. Which would be this command right here.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure so that way people, whenever they're running around, they don't actually see the block. Because I did like when you first showed me the very first time, and I couldn't see what was below my feet, so it was really hard to tell what was going on.
That's actually over there.
Yeah, I know. You added one layer. I seen that. It's pretty sneaky. Yeah, but I did like that.
It's completely hidden. This is good. So I'm just gonna hold still just so that we can see. And so on the side, you guys have seen the score is raising up. I'm 1 point higher than Dakon, so I should, have the AFK first. There you go. And notice how it didn't go straight to 10. It went to 11. That's just so it won't spam, like I said earlier.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I like the system, guys. You could play with it, use it. Please give backmasking credits. All the links, like I said, will be in the description, as well as all the commands will be in the description so you can copy and paste and stuff like that. But that is pretty much it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe. I'll see you later.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.